Good morning, students. In this lesson, we already few topics finished in the previous videos. Now we are going to see that part remaining topics. So in the first videos, air temperature, air pressure, winds that are already finished. So now we briefly see about the coastal winds. All of you know what is my coastal area. So near the sea, that we called as an coastal. Okay, coastal winds. Winds flow from a region of higher pressure to a region of lower pressure. During the day, the land heats up faster than water. The warmer land near the coast gives rise to relatively low air pressure. During the day, the sea water is cooler and the air above it is denser. Therefore, the pressure over the sea is relatively high during the day. That is why all of you know during the day, because wind blows from sea towards the land. This is in daytime. Next we see at night, just opposite. This is nighttime, just opposite. At night, the land cools faster than water and the sea water is warmer than the land. All of you know why? Because the surface of the sea has low pressure than the host. Host means nearer the sea area. Therefore, at night, the wind blows from the land towards the sea. The coastal winds affect the small region close to the coast. So, weather system can be large enough to cover half of that continent. So, the day and night can be that in the coastal area, the pressure can be changed. And finally, during the daytime, above the sea level, the air pressure can be get high pressure. In the land side, the air can be get that low pressure because the air can be evaporate. But in the night time, above the sea level, the air can be get low pressure, but in the land side, the air can be get the high pressure because of normally the air can be contained moisture. So then only land side night we feel very cool. Next we see about how the weather condition can be changed in the equator and the polar region. Uneven heating of the region around the equator and the poles give rise to winds. The region close to the equator receive maximum amount of heat from the sun. The air in these regions get warm and rises. The cooler air from the regions up to 30-degree latitude on either side of the equator blows towards it. So, the air at the poles is much colder than the air around a 60-degree latitude. The warmer air around 60-degree latitude rises and the colder air from the polar regions blow towards the regions around 60-degree latitude. So, polar regions we feel very cool. Next we see about thunder. All of you know how the thunder can be formed. The clouds can be contained charge, that is in positive and then negative two charges also. In the high pressure time, the two charges can be collide means and that one vibration can be formed in that cloud, that only we called as an thunder. The two charges can be emit that light that we call as an lightning. So the thunderstorms can be defined into lightning storms, thunder shower or electrical storms. Cluster of clouds producing heavy rain, lightning, thunder, hail or tornadoes. Thunder is actually the shock wave, the sound made after lightning strikes. Next we see about cyclones. What is cyclones? Cyclones is an intense whirl in the atmosphere with very strong winds circulating around it anti-clockwise direction in the northern hemisphere and in clockwise direction in the southern hemisphere. The word cyclones meaning the coils of a snake. The coils of a snake. The word cyclones is derived from Greek. It can be derived from Greek language. Cyclones need warm water and warm moist air to form. Then another name of cyclones we called as hurricanes. Formation of cyclones is a complex natural process. Next we see how is cyclones formed. A cyclone always forms in an ocean when a vast surface of water warms. The warm water in turn heats the air above it. This causes a low pressure over a vast area of the ocean. Due to the low pressure, the moist air from the ocean surface begins to rise rapidly. This creates a strong upward winds that rotates spirally. The speed of wind in a cyclone is more than 120 km per hour. A cyclone needs a constant supply of warm, humidity air to continue. Next, we see about regions prone to cyclones. The World Meteorological Organization WMO uses the term tropical cyclone to cover weather system in which winds exceeds Gulf forces. The Indian Meteorological Department IMD provides advanced cyclone warnings to the people staying in coastal areas. A cyclone alert is first issued 48 hours in advance of the expected cyclone over coastal areas. A cyclone warning is then issued 24 hours in advance. So this is done through cyclone warning centers of different regions. And finally, the last topic we're going to see about destruction caused by cyclones. Cyclones cause heavy rain and storm surges. A very high specific humidity condenses into exceptionally large raindrops and giant cumulus clouds, resulting in high precipitation rates. Continuous rain due to cyclones causes floods and pollutes drinking water sources and can causes a outbreak of diseases. It can be caused severe damages of that cyclones. Okay children, the lesson will be completed. Next lesson we will see in that next video. Thank you.